Hello everybody, welcome again. Today we'll create this calculator using JavaScript, also some HTML and CSS. In this calculator you can do all kinds of simple calculation like plus, minus. You can also clear the result by clicking the C button. You can also remove text by using this button. And if you put any invalid expression, it will show invalid. So let's get started. Before that, please subscribe to my channel if you are new to the channel so that you can get all the updates. Now let's get started. First of all, let's get a new folder, name calculator, and you are gonna open it using Visual Studio Code. You can use other code editor if you want. So let's open it from the desktop, and we are going to create a new file here, name index.html. It's up to you, the name is totally up to you. Now let's put the HTML5 boilerplate code using the shortcut of VS Code, and you're going to use the title here, calculator, and let's put a container div container. Okay, and now we'll build the grid system of the calculator. So let's create another div with the name, class name grid. Here we will put all the columns and rows. So we're gonna put 4 columns on each row. Now the layout, you can use whatever you want, so you don't need to follow exactly like me. So for the first one here, we will put 7. For the first column 7, then 8, 9, 8, 9, and then we'll put the plus button. Now let's copy. So this is for first row. Now let's copy it for the second row. On the second row, we'll put 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, and then minus. Now on the third row, let's copy it again. On the third row, we're gonna put 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the decimal point, the period of key. Now let's add the fourth row. Let's copy again. So on the fourth row, we'll put the opening bracket, then we still need 0, then let's put closing bracket, and lastly we need the equal operator. Now let's add some CSS so to make it grid system. So we can put the CSS inside the head tag. We don't need any extra file here. I'm just adding some internal style. So let's add some style on the container first. So we can give a background color of dark color. Then let's add some padding, 40 pixel. Then we're gonna give it a max width of 300 pixel, and we'll make it centered using margin 50 pixels auto. Now let's make the grid system using the grid class. Here the display will be grid, and we are going to use 4 columns per row. So in this case, the grid template columns will be 1 fraction each for 4 times, and we are gonna use some gap like 10 pixel. Now let's see how it looks so far. We can open it using the light server. If you don't have the light server, you can search on the extension. Anyway, let's open it on the browser using live server. So this is how it looks so far. Actually, we're missing one row. On the first row, we'll have to put, as you see, you don't have a division and multiplication operator. Also, we don't have the clear button and backspace button. So let's add another row on the first row. Here on the first column, we're going to put C for the clear, and then let's put the division, and then the multiplication operator, and then the backslash. So for the backspace. So for the backspace, we need a HTML special character. So it's like left arrow HTML code. You can search it on the browser on the internet. So let's copy this code. Okay. Now, also to show the result, we need another div. So let's name it display. Right. Now, for the display, let's add a height of 40 pixel and a background color, a gray background color, dark gray. So you can use 303134. Then let's add some background on the buttons. So let's add a background color of, it is also a gray, a little bit light gray. So 5F63668. And then we're going to use some padding on the buttons. So let's add padding 10 pixel. Then also add some border radius like 5 pixel. Then let's add font size of 20 pixels. Now let's see how it looks. Alright, so we have to use actually white color for the button font. Okay, let's add a color of white on the button. And also let's add some margin on the display div so that it doesn't touch the grid. So let's add 20 pixel. And also let's add some radius, border radius, like 5 pixel. Now let's see how it looks. It's looking much better. But as if you see, there's some border on the buttons. So let's remove the borders from the buttons. So border 0 pixel. Now let's add some border radius on the container. 12 pixels. Now let's add the cursor pointer. So when you hover over the button, it shows as a pointer. Yep. Now we can add some hover color when you hover over the button, so that it changes the color. So you can also use another dark gray color here. So it will be a little bit light color when you hover over. So button hover, background color, .70, then 757A. Okay, let's check it in the browser. Yes, it is looking much better. So the design is ready. Now we'll have to start the front part, the JavaScript part. So let's get into it. I will put the JavaScript code right before the body tag, and I will not use any external file here. If you want, you can use external file, but I'm just putting the code within the script tags. So first of all, we will grab all the buttons element using the query selector. So let's store all the buttons element in a variables buttons. Then we'll have to use the method document dot query selector all. So in this case it is create and then button. So create dot create and then button. Okay, now also let's grab the display grid display div, so that we can put the values on the div. So let's also grab that one. Display equals to document. So in this case we just have one div, so we'll have to use document.query selector, not query selector all. So here it will be dot display. Yep. Alright, now we'll add event listener on the buttons. So whenever anybody click on the buttons, then we'll add the text of that button in the display div. So we're gonna run a for loop using the for each function. So buttons dot for each, and here we'll have to use a callback function. So the callback function, the argument will be single button, so the each button. Now for each button we will use we'll add an event listener using the add event listener method. So button dot add event listener, and here the first argument will be the type of the event. So in this case it is click, and then the callback function. So here on the callback function we will use a argument e, and then we're gonna take the text from the button and then put that text in the display div. So you can grab the text using the e.target.inner text. So first of all, let's put the inner text. Let's change the inner text of the display div. So inner text equals to, so current text, whatever we have, the current text plus the one we clicked on the button. So display inner text plus current text plus, then we can get the text of the button clicked using the e argument and then e.target dot inner text. Alright, so now if we check, let's check it in the browser. It is showing, but you see it is not white color, so we'll have to change the color and we'll have to make some adjustments so that it shows nicely. So let's add some CSS for the display. So the color, first of all, the color will be white, and let's add some padding of 10 pixel. Then we're gonna use a font size of 20 pixel. Then border size, so that when new text added it does not overlap. Borders box size, box sizing, border box. Yep, let's add display flex so that we can align them center. So align item center, and also justify content, and horizontally we'll put it at the end. So justify content flex end. Yeah, now let's check. Yep, it's looking much better now. Alright, now what will happen when suppose you put all the expression here. Now what will happen when the click equal operator? Right now it will show the equal operator at the end, but actually it is not correct way. So when anybody click equal operator, we will just evaluate this expression and show the result here. So we'll have to actually check whether or not the equal button is clicked. For that, we'll have to add a if statement in the event listener. So if the target text, so e dot target dot inner text equals to equal, then we're gonna evaluate the expression in the display div. So let's change the text of the display. So display dot inner text equals to display whatever we have on the currently on the display. So we'll evaluate that text. So we can do that using the evl function. So evl, here the argument will be the current text of the display div. So display dot inner text. Alright, now let's check it in the browser. So 8 plus 9 equals to, it is showing 17, but at the same time it is showing the equal operator. So we'll have to remove the equal operator. It's showing because it is executing this code. It's also executing this code. So whenever the click equal operator, it should not execute this code. So you can put it in else statement. Yeah. Now if you check, 8 plus 9 equals to 17, and it's not showing the equal operator. Alright, now we'll have to do the work for the C button. So whenever anybody click on C button, it will clear the text from the display div. So let's do it using the else if. So else if e dot target dot inner text equals to C, capital C in this case. Alright, so in that case we'll just clear whatever we have on the display div. So display dot inner text equals to a empty string. Okay, let's check it. So let's put something here and then click C. Yeah, it clears the text. Now we'll have to do the event for this backslash button. So let's actually copy it from here. So here else if e dot target e dot target dot inner text equals to the backspace. In that case, we will remove the last character. So we can do that again. We'll have to change the inner text of the current display div. So display div display dot inner text equals to, then we can use the slice method. So display dot inner text dot slice, and here the we'll have to start from the last. So 0 and then -1. Alright, now let's check it. So 9, 8, 7, 9. Yeah, it is deleting from the last character. Now I think everything should work fine. Let's do a big expression here. 3.3. Yep, everything is working perfectly. We can also add a bracket 1.1 plus 2. Yep. Now the problem is, suppose you put something invalid. In that case, it does not show anything here, and it will show an error on the console. You see, it shows an error in the console. So we'll have to put the evaluation function eval into a try catch. So it is called error handling. Here we can put it inside the try catch. So try, and then catch. So if there's anything wrong with this, if there's any invalid expression, then we'll show the user invalid. So display.inner text equals to invalid. Yeah, now let's check. So suppose you put something like this, then if you put the equal operator, it shows the invalid. So I think everything is okay now. Everything is working perfectly. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. Thank you.